What's up, fellas? Sub-Ohm Killer here, bringing you guys another review. Today we have another RTA. We do have the Gemini RTA by Vaporesso. I am impressed with the RTAs that are coming out now. I've been a dripper ever since I got turned on to building and dripping with my RTAs. I love the flavor that they produce and the vapor production. And the RTAs that are coming out nowadays are just absolutely... I haven't used a dripper in such a long time because I've been using these RTAs. It's convenient, it gives you the flavor, gives you the cloud production. I mean, it's unbelievable. The flavor on this tank, the Gemini, the Gemini is like, it would be like the Griffin and the Heracles kind of combined, where it's got the top airflow on this as well, and you'll be able to see that more in the close-up. You have the bottom airflow, and the top airflow on this works properly. It's not some cheap airflow, top airflow. The airflow actually goes in and down and hits your coils from the top, and your bottom airflow is hitting it from the bottom, and that's where you get the good vapor production and good flavor. The juice holes on this, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but you'll be able to see that more in the close-up. The juice holes are huge. I've never got a dry hit on this. I run it wide open. It does go through a lot of juice, but the flavor, I'm impressed with the flavor and the vapor production. It is a 22 millimeter tank, so it's going to fit nicely on all your mods. It does hold 3.5 mLs of liquid. It does have the Velocity style deck, which is nice, easy to build on. The post holes on the Velocity deck are 2 millimeters. It does come with a couple of different drip tip options. It does come with your wide bore Delrin drip tip that I have on here today. It also comes with your 510 Delrin drip tip and a drip tip adapter. It does come with extra glass. It's made of stainless steel. It does have, like I said, it does have 4 instead of 2. It has 4 adjustable airflow holes on the bottom. And it does have adjustable airflow. The airflow on top is adjustable as well. It has juice control, where I'm vaping at. I do have it on my IPv5 today. And I am running a set of fused Claptons provided by Cloud Kings, coming in at 0.12, running it at 80 watts. Got my juice control full wide open. And like I said, I'm not getting a dry hit. I do believe this sells, and it's a pretty good price for a nice built, well-built, good flavor RTA. It sells for around $59.99. Okay, let's dive down, have a close look at it. I'll open up the box, show you what comes in the package, break the RTA down, and then we'll come back up, pros and cons, we'll vape on it some more. Alright, up and close with the Gemini RTA by Vaporesso. Nice little box it comes in. Nice little cover there. Sleeve. Picture of your tank on the front. Gemini RTA. The Gemini symbol. I think maybe I like this a little bit more because I'm a Gemini. I don't know. Anyway, picture of your tank on the side. Vaporesso. What it contains, your kit, some information about the tank, Gemini RTA, the color it comes in, and it does come in black and silver or stainless steel, which I have. Okay, so we'll take off the sleeve here. Hard plastic box it comes in, Gemini on the side, Gemini RTA. You've seen that. Alright, so let's open it up and see what it comes with. Okay, so there's your RTA. And pick that up. Now, it does come with an extra glass. This one is missing mine because I have dropped this tank before while testing it out, and I actually ended up breaking the glass, but it does come with an extra glass. There's your 510 drip tip. Here's your Delrin, and dig deeper in the box here, and your little bag of goodies. It does come with an Allen wrench. It does come with an Allen wrench, but mine's not in the bag there. Again, I used it, didn't put it back. But it comes with an Allen wrench for your post hole screws, 4 extra grub screws, your 510 adapter, some extra O-rings. Alright, so there's your tank. Starting at the top, you have your wide bore Delrin drip tip here. And you would just put that little insert for your 510 in there, and you can use your custom drip tips. Adjustable airflow. And it does go all the way around. Glass on the side, bottom airflow. Okay, so the top does come off. Just give it a little screw there. And these airflow, as I said before, it's not some cheap airflow just on there for looks. It does have the grooves in the top of the cap here. So when you do take a pull off of this, there are, if you can see in there, there are actually 4 little cutouts. So the airflow actually does go in and down on top of your coils, and then your bottom airflow comes through here and goes below your coils. So you're getting airflow from the top of your coil and on the bottom of your coil. Okay, so let's remove the deck. Again, the threads on this are just amazing. I mean, it's very clean. The machining on this is great. So this comes apart as well. So at the top, before I do that, you have an O-ring around the chimney part here, so it does seal to your top cap, and so there's no leakage there. This comes off. So this is where your juice would go in through here. So there's nice big holes there for you to put your droppers, or any size of any juice container should be able to fit in there. Okay, and again, then there's an O-ring here to seal it to the glass. So there's no leakage there. And then you have your glass tank. And there is an O-ring that came off with my glass. There is an O-ring at the bottom. And there is an O-ring here along there's a clear O-ring. So when it does connect with this, that it seals it, there's no leakage there. And the juice holes in this are just huge. They're probably twice the size of the Griffin. I'll grab my Griffin here. Just give you an example. So side-by-side comparison, if you can see the juice holes on the Griffin compared to the juice holes on the Gemini, it's quite a bit larger, probably almost twice the size. So, and here's your deck. So I do have a build in here. See from the top of the deck, they do have, if you can see in there, it's 2 holes. And there's an O-ring around the base of this to seal your glass in, so there's no leakage once again. And there is a post in the middle, which I like the design of this. This is the biggest difference, I think, as well. The airflow options are just amazing. So, like I said, you've got airflow coming up underneath your coil. You've got airflow coming down through the top airflow hitting the top of your coil. Plus, that post in the middle has a hole on either side. So you've got airflow actually hitting the coil from the inside as well. So, I mean, the vapor production, and that's why you're getting such a good flavor off this, is with all the airflow that's hitting the coil. To wick this, it's very easy. If you do guys have the Griffin, it's exactly the same way you wick the Griffin. The deck, I mean, the deck is almost identical to the Griffin except for that middle post. So what you do is you just tuck your cotton just in the wicking hole here, and there's 4 of them, one here, one here, one here, and one here. So all you would do is just tuck your cotton just inside that hole on either side there. And just so you don't have to have any cotton in here, just inside that hole. So there's no cotton down in here. and the airflow control on the bottom, and as well, I just almost forgot to mention that there is a little ring here to kind of control the cotton on where it goes, and that unscrews as well. That just screws back on there. So it kind of keeps your cotton just kind of tucked in there. Okay, and the airflow on the bottom is very easy. It goes to one way or the other and it stops. I said there's 4. Okay, and on the bottom you have some laser etching. Designed, manufactured by Vaporesso, Gemini RTA. Okay, so, and you have your gold-plated 510 pin. You can see that. Now it does protrude enough that you could use this on a hybrid mech mod. Okay, so you can see that does protrude, so I would say that's probably safe to use. Okay, so there you have it, Gemini RTA by Vaporesso. So you have the deck, 2 pieces for your chimney, your glass, top airflow cap, little bag of goodies, your extra 510 drip tip. Okay, so there you have it. Let's go back up top. We'll talk about it a little bit more, have a vape on it, give you my pros and cons. Welcome back up top, guys. There you have it, up close look at the Gemini by Vaporesso. I don't know what bad to say about it. I mean, I do have a couple of cons, but they're not big ones. I'm impressed with the flavor. And not getting a dry hit too. That's the biggest thing with RTAs. I've tried a few, and I have gotten dry hits. It doesn't matter how you wick it. I've wicked it loose, I've wicked it tight, I've tried multiple different ways and I've got dry hits. The Griffin was the first one that I have never got a dry hit off of. This is the second one. Vaporesso did a very good job with this tank. Size comparison. So here's the Griffin comparison with the Gemini. The Gemini is a bit taller, but it's because of that top airflow. And the Griffin only has 2 large airflow options on that. And I noticed that the juice flow control holes are a little bit smaller too. But again, I never got a dry hit off of that as well. Here's the Heracles Plus. It's about the same size. I do have a customized drip tip on there at the time right now, but it's very comparable in size. Looks almost identical. I'm impressed. I really like it. This is my favorite RTA so far that I've tested, and this is great. The flavor, I mean, it's not a huge difference in flavor between this and the Griffin. It is noticeable, but for me, that little bit of taste difference in the airflow, that's big for me. That's big. I mean, this is an awesome little tank. I forgot to tell you, I'm vaping on some, it's called Window Liquor. It's a Snosberry by Switch. It's a great, you can pick that up as well down at Cloud Kings. As well, the coils that I'm using, you can pick those up at Cloud Kings as well. Go see those guys for all your custom coil needs. Let me get another hit off of this. Being able to keep up at 80 watts and not get a dry hit, that's great, man. That's real great. I'm sure I could push it further, but it's getting a little too hot. I mean, I do like a hot vape, but it's getting a little too much if I push it past 80 watts. I have tried it at 100, 110, and still didn't get a dry hit, but 80 watts is right where I like the vape. Some pros. The pros, the airflow. The airflow on this, they did an amazing job. The airflow is bang on, where you've got that top airflow going down and your bottom airflow hitting your coil from the bottom. It increases the flavor. Top fill, like the top fill. If I get an RTA that doesn't have top fill, I'm not impressed. That's a big con for me if it doesn't have the top fill. Flavor, again, I can't say it enough. The flavor is enough for me to put my Griffin down and use the Gemini. That's it. Build quality, as you've seen, the threading, the machining, it's great. I mean, they did an excellent job with this, with the machining and the threading. It's very smooth. I'm impressed. Juice control holes are huge on this. I mean, it's going to go through a lot more juice like that, but it increases your flavor and it increases your vapor production. There's only 2 cons. Actually, no. There's only one con that I do have about this. The con, it's very stiff to adjust that juice flow control. I can only turn it to the right. If I turn it to the left, I actually start to unscrew my tank. I didn't realize what I was doing one day, and I ended up unscrewing it and juice all over my mod, and it was just a mess. But yeah, the only thing is it's very, I mean, it's nice that it's tight, but it's way too tight. Like I said, I mean, I can only turn it, and I'm putting a lot of pressure on that. So if you do go past where you want your juice flow control open, you have to keep going around until it comes back open again. But I run mine wide open. The only time I close it, and I will suggest, I mean, if you've ever used an RTA with adjustable juice flow, you know that you should always close your juice flow control completely off when you open up the top of the tank to fill it. That way you don't flood your deck. Would I suggest you guys to buy it? The only reason why I would suggest you guys to buy this tank is if you're not happy with your Griffin or you don't already have a Griffin. If you're looking for better airflow, absolutely. But if you're happy with your Griffin and you're happy with the flavor, it's not that much more of an increase in flavor that I would suggest for you to put your Griffin away and go buy this. I did because I wanted to show you guys what the tank is all about, so you get an idea, and that way you can make your own decision. But for me, this is definitely my flavor tank to go to that I'll use, and I did put my Griffin back up on the shelf, and now I'm using this. Yeah, so there you go. Gemini by Vaporesso. So, guys, if you like my video and you like my review, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, go to my Facebook page, like my Facebook page, and I'm definitely going to have more videos for you guys in the future. So until then, play safe, build safe, and vape on.